Okie dokie. Let's get this down over here. Okay, squeaky. Hello, world. I am here to talk about the worst albums of 2020. Is it subjective? Maybe. But we are closing out 2020, and I decided to make myself comfortable this time around. So, let's get to it. Welcome back to Y.E.S, everyone. We're talking about the worst albums of 2020 today. Oh boy. Now, if you like any of the albums included in here, okay, that's fine. But I really did not. Also, because I feel like I should say this, I'm only including albums that I listened to. Maybe you know an album that's really bad that's not on this list. And that's probably because I didn't listen to it on purpose, maybe, or I just didn't know about it. I don't know. But these ones I listened to, and yeah, I just need to make a video about it now. So let's get to the top 10, but I'm also going to include some dishonorable mentions real quick. I'm including Golden Hour by Kygo mostly because this bored me. I don't think that the music itself is actually bad, but the way it was made and compiled all together, I felt bored. And I don't feel like many of the vocalists actually complimented the album as well as he thought they could have. A lot of people told me Bryson Tiller's Anniversary was going to be a great project. I didn't really think so. My most recent review, Jene Aiko. Now this album actually has good qualities to it, but the bad ones stand out so bad that I just had to include it as a dishonorable mention here because everyone else thinks it's really great for the Grammys this year. And Notes on Conditional Form. Now, here's the thing. I don't hate this album. I'm just very, 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 very disappointed in it. All right, I've spoken my piece. Time to get to the actual top 10 worst. Starting us off at the number 10 spot here is Chloe and Halle's Ungodly Hour. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people who actually think this album is good. I found it very uninspiring and dull for R&B. Now, some of the other dishonorable mentions could have easily landed this spot instead of this one, but I just dislike this one more. Like, maybe there's other qualities that maybe are slightly better. Maybe. But I don't care for it. I don't care for it. All right, yeah, I've said that. Let's go to number 9. Zero by Cruella was disappointing for me. Now, I don't follow Cruella like ultra faithfully, but I liked some of their music way back when they were like really getting started into the slightly more mainstream scene of music. And I was waiting to see, when are you going to release something else? And I just really couldn't get on board with this one. There were very few admirable aspects of this album that made me think that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, not really. At number 8, we have Southside by Sam Hunt. Now, I know quite a few people who really do not like this album. Like, they really don't. And I understand a little bit more why. And my first time listening to it, I wasn't totally convinced for some reason. And then I listened to it a second time, and I'm like, did I listen to the same thing the first time around? I'm not really convinced that I did. But the only reason that I have it here at number 8 is because there's like 3 songs in here that I kind of listen to as guilty pleasures, or that I don't think are bad, but they're not necessarily great either. There's just like I take little things from them that I enjoy, but again, that's very minute. The rest of the album is not really praiseworthy, and that's why it's on the list. At number 7, we have The Connection by Omarion. Now, despite this album actually getting a no, I didn't really take it that seriously, and I almost wasn't going to consider this actually being in the worst of list. But I thought about it more and more and more and more, and I just thought to myself, nah, you gotta have it on the lists here. All the albums count, and Omarion should have just polished this thing up a bit more. I don't think it was going to be really great, but I don't think it needed to be as bad as it actually is. At number 6, we have Everything Means Nothing by Black Bear. And this literally is nothing. I can see the appeal to Black Bear, and I think I hear moments, but he hasn't influenced a lot of music that I have listened to personally where I'm just like, this is someone I want to get behind. And this album just kind of proves that point for me personally. At number 5, we have Confetti by Little Mix. This album epitomizes what I think is wrong with genetic pop music, especially with groups. If you're going to be a boy band or a girl group, like, you gotta do more. You've gotta find something more to put out there. You can all have pretty voices and maybe dance really well and be pretty and I don't know, other things. But you gotta invest more, and the heart of music is not really here. Okay, going on to the top 4. I actually knew very easily where each one of these was supposed to rank. Before Love Came to Kill Us by Y.E.S. I listened to this album very early on, and then I didn't review it for probably a few months because I just kind of knew, like, I don't think I'm gonna like reviewing this one, but I eventually got around to it. And aside from one song that I can recall just off the top of my head that I'm actually okay with, the rest of the album, I'm just like, why do we want to listen to someone who, I think almost like two different styles of singing, where one is very just like icky. Like, I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Like, Jesse, come on. Like, you can do much better than that. At the number 3 spot, we have High Road by Kesha. Kesha can still prove that she can sing and that she does have artistic abilities, but there's so much of it where she's just going to still include all this raunchy girl kind of aspects. And it really just doesn't come off the way that maybe you would hope a rebel could be, for a better way that music could allow it to come off, or something like that. And I actually thought that this could easily be number 1, but it wasn't until I heard the next two where I'm just like, nope, I dislike these more. At number 2, we have Translation by the Black Eyed Peas. This is what I call a Latino Spanglish album that fails. I'm just baffled as to a group that I know can produce actual good music can just flop so hard. Like, just like, it's a slap to the face right here. Like, I don't get it. And then my number 1 pick. This is the one where I want to get a copy, not buy it. I just want to get a copy and then take it outside with a sledgehammer and beat the pummeling crap out of it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that album is Good News by Megan Thee Stallion. No. Nope. 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 This is not music. This is not what you share with the world. This is garbage. My apologies to garbage, but that's the best comparison I can say. If we could take this album cover as the newspaper it thinks it is and just fold it into a more interesting shape, I would still burn it because it wouldn't merit as anything. Just so wrong. This album is so wrong. Be gone, Megan Thee Stallion. So guys, there you have it. What albums did you despise so much in 2020? This year was a year that was probably difficult for lots of people, and these albums did not help at all. But that's okay, because the best albums will be coming up soon. Look out for that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me in my social media links down in the description below, and be sure to leave a like for the video as well as comment down below if you want to engage with me. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time. Best news for the worst music is that the good news is this is the worst of the worst. That is indeed good news. Trust me, it's good news. It's good news. I'm going crazy now. Bye-bye, worst of the albums. I don't like you. Goodbye.